Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our second in the series of Unlimited Possibilities info sessions, which are brief overviews of some of our consulting services available through OhioNet and how you might benefit from them. So before we get started, just a little bit about who we are and our consulting team. So I'll start with myself. I'm Michelle Bradley, and I'm the Director of Consulting Services here at OhioNet. And my job is to develop and deliver consulting services to our members. Also on our consulting team is Nancy Kirkpatrick. She is our CEO as well. She also serves as a strategist in delivering consulting services. And we have Andrew Whitus, who also wears more than one hat. He is our Director of Financial Services at OhioNet and also a strategist for our consulting team. And then we have Heather Ladisky, who is a project manager working behind the scenes to make everything run smoothly. So we have Andrew and Heather with us here today. Heather's waving. Andrew might wave too. If not, we'll move on. So just a little bit about our philosophy of consulting. Unlimited possibilities is how we brand our consulting services, and we seek to upend traditional consulting by acting as a partner in your organization's endeavors. As a membership organization, we're invested in your success. We utilize inclusive practices rather than a top-down approach, and we focus on possibilities rather than problems. And we provide post-project support to ensure your success. And there's many consultants out there working with libraries. What sets us apart is we are a team of consultants and strategists who not only know libraries, but we are all librarians. The three strategists are, and not only are we librarians and have worked in libraries over the years, but each of us have been directors of libraries. So we've held that executive level position in academic libraries, public libraries, and library consortia. And we know more than just libraries. We also bring experience and education from the fields of law, accounting, appreciative inquiry, design thinking, well-being, public administration, business administration, and nonprofit administration. So today, we want to introduce you to Conversations Worth Having. This is the workshop that we've offered both in person at the OhioNet offices and virtually over the past year as part of our training offerings. And we will continue to offer it in this way. However, in terms of consulting services, this is a workshop that we can bring to your library or a subset of your library as a staff in-service day or a retreat, customized with specific communication issues that might be occurring at your library. So as a result, as a team, then you can all learn together the conversational skills that we will introduce, and then you'll have the common language to be able to put them into practice in your library going forward. So just let me tell you a little bit about the content of the course and what you could expect. Now, this is a highly experiential course. It uses real-world examples and incorporates lots of practice, and it's built upon Barrett Kohler's best-selling book, Conversations Worth Having, Using Appreciative Inquiry to Fuel Productive and Meaningful Engagement. And it's written by Sherry Torres and Jackie Stavros. And I, along with Nancy Kirkpatrick, am certified by the authors to teach this content to you. And Nancy and I work to customize it to the library experience. And you can expect the in-person course to take a full day, so from about 9 to 4 if we were to come to your library. We can also offer this virtually in either 2 half-day sessions or in 90-minute sessions over the course of 4 weeks. And just a little bit about why you should consider holding Conversations Worth Having training for your library. Communication. Over all of the years of working in libraries and working with libraries, communication remains one of the top challenges for organizations, for teams, and even our personal relationships. Almost everyone struggles with how to effectively communicate, especially when they're frustrated or facing conflict. And that shows up in libraries as employees being disengaged, high turnover, dysfunctional teams, boards, or committees, inability to give and receive feedback, and negative attitudes, cliques, and gossip, and a culture of me. So if you're dealing with any of those outcomes, Conversations Worth Having will give you and the library staff skills and tools to turn them around. So this course is grounded in appreciative inquiry, which is a widely used positive change approach. So the course focuses on just two simple appreciative inquiry practices. Those two practices can spark meaningful connections, ignite creativity, and empower library workers at any level to make a difference. And the two simple practices of appreciative inquiry that the course introduces are generative questions. And generative questions are questions that change the way people think, and they stimulate compelling images for people to act on. So generative questions can both reflect awareness and expand awareness, and they can also make the invisible visible and create shared understanding. They can also inspire possibilities and generate new knowledge. So that's one of the simple practices that we introduce. The other is positive framing. So that's a technique to frame our conversations to be about the outcomes that we want rather than circling around the problem. And these are the elements of a conversation worth having. And those are the skills that we teach in the course. And what you can expect after you take this course. You will have some techniques to keep your cool when you want to explode. You can effectively challenge assumptions and preconceptions, including your own. You'll have some tools to deal with conflict quickly and effectively, and some tools to fuel productive and meaningful engagement. Also, communicating successfully with people who have negative attitudes or defensive positions, and some tools for how to deal with that. Giving and receiving critical feedback in ways that promote learning and high performance rather than defensiveness. You'll be able to ask the kind of questions that can deepen understanding and strengthen connections and even inspire possibilities. And it gives you some tools to talk to colleagues in ways that invite them to collaborate on projects and strategic outcomes. Some tools to listen with genuine curiosity, and framing conversations, even ones around highly complex problems, to inspire creativity and innovative thinking. So what else do you receive if you take this course or bring this course to your library? There's 6 hours of live interactive instruction from certified trainers in Conversations Worth Having, which is at this point either myself or Nancy. You'll get a manual, a workbook journal, and a book discussion guide that you can take with you and use with throughout with your staff as you continue to practice. You'll have the opportunity to participate in ongoing Conversations Worth Having community of practice. So you can work with others who've taken the course. We occasionally bring people together to tackle a communication problem they might be having, so you can continue to hone your conversational skills. And OhioNet members receive a 50% discount on registration. And I'll tell you a little bit about registration costs in a moment. So just a little bit about the course modules. This can either be in a full day, as I said, 2 half days, or 1 module per week over a 4-week period if you want to do that virtually. So module 1 talks about the power of conversation. So we're going to understand the nature of our conversations and how they affect human being and doing, and develop your ability to choose your mindset before you enter into a conversation. And then module 2, that is the art of asking questions. So understanding a little bit about the basics of appreciative inquiry and improving your ability to ask those generative questions to foster effective communication. Module 3, we get into the framing. So intentional framing, which is using a positive frame to foster effective communication. And we'll continue to practice on developing the ability to ask those generative questions. And then module 4 focuses on stepping up to feedback. So developing the skills and the motivation to seek out feedback and deliver effective feedback in a timely manner, even in critical situations. So I've taught this course as both a workshop and directly for a library's leadership team. And here are some of the things that participants had to say about the course. So we had a leadership team at Indiana State University that took it together. And the dean after that course said that this provided her with the tools to improve her interactions with the people at work and in her personal life. And I've incorporated aspects of it from the very first session. We did that over a 4-week period. And she said it's that easy and helpful. She also said, it will take practice, but it will be worth it. And using generative questions and appreciative inquiry made an immediate impact, especially in the work setting. We had another person from Pickering Public Library say that the course provides a good framework for effective communication. We have Dawn at Akron Summit County Public Library who said everyone should take this course. And Stephanie at Stark Library said this training is appropriate and beneficial for any level of an organization. It will help you reframe the way you think and communicate. At the bottom of the slide is the address to the Conversations Worth Having website. And I invite you to visit that website, and you can download a free conversational toolkit. And if you want to learn more or just to get a little sample of the content. So there's a free toolkit on there, as well as certified trainer bios and some more information about the book and the course. So that is about Conversations Worth Having. And we also have a course coming up. Registration is open right now. So it's a course that anyone can register for. It's going to be in the OhioNet office complex, and it is in June. Heather, if you get a chance, if you could pop that exact date or registration link into chat, that would be helpful. And in the meantime, just a few more things you should know about our consulting services. They are fee-based. They're scalable. So based on the size of your staff or your budget, we can see how we could customize the services to align with the resources that you have. And almost everything we offer can be done virtually or in person. And lastly, we're available now if you are interested in bringing Conversations Worth Having on site at your library. The cost is $200 per person for OhioNet member libraries and $395 per person for non-OhioNet member libraries. And that's the same rate as well if you register to take the open class. And this is the second info session on our consulting services. And we invite you to attend the upcoming sessions to learn more. In June, we'll talk about how you can explore consumer trends to inform library services. In August, we'll talk about igniting workplace connections. October, we'll talk about appreciative survey design. And in December, we'll focus on workplace well-being. And if you want to know more, if you want to get a quote for services, send us an RFP, or book us to come to your library for Conversations Worth Having, you can go to the OhioNet website and click on the request info and price quote button and just let us know what you're looking for. We'll set up a time to discuss your needs and how we might help you. If you just want more information, either about Conversations Worth Having or any of our other consulting services, feel free to contact me at any time. My email is michelleb@ohionet.org, or we can open up for any questions you might have right now as well. So feel free to add any questions you have about Conversations Worth Having, the course, the content, or just our consulting services in general. Thank you for attending, Allison. And if there are no more questions, or if Andrew or Heather have anything to add, we do have June 7th as the open registration date coming up. So thank you everyone for attending and hope to see you at our next session.